if it's bull or bear, I don't care. It's quite a rough ride, just like life. But I'm kinda patient, 'cause only time will tell. It's gonna go up, so you better stay calm. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. I am the Crypto Crow. It is Monday, April 6th to the 9th, Bitcoin 2022 in Miami Beach Convention Center. I am going to be there. These fine individuals were nice enough to pop me a couple of press passes for this event, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there a day early just because I'm going to need time to recover just from traveling. So yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there with my wife, and we're gonna have bells on. We're gonna be there to party, meet people, have a good time. Industry day is day one, so that'll be the 6th. I will be all over the place. I'm gonna be checking out projects. I'm gonna be I even got one of these dot cards, so that I can just beep, hit your phone, and you'll have all my socials and all that fun stuff. So I'm coming prepared, and I'm more than willing to take pictures with folks. I mean, I get so many requests for photos from people that don't even know anything about me on YouTube. They just love the fact that I'm 7 feet tall and I make them look small. I've taken countless pictures with people's wives, and silly as that may sound, I just walking around St. Patty's Day in Fort Myers, Florida, and a gentleman was like, "Hey man, asking me questions about how tall I am. I can't go anywhere in Southwest Florida without somebody, typically many people, asking me how tall I am, blah 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 blah." And generally I don't mind it when people come up to me and ask to take a photo. I get annoyed when I catch people standing behind me, like back to back, and like taking photos like secretly. That bothers me. Like, don't do that, because you might catch a flying elbow. I'm not joking, because if it depends on what's going on, where I'm at, I'm always a little weird about that. So yeah, don't just walk up behind me and start taking photos. Just say, "Hey man, what's up? Can I take a photo?" Absolutely no problem. I'm always fine with that. Just don't be sneaky about it, because you might catch an elbow. And it'll be an accident. No, I mean, generally, if it just depends on what's going on. I've had people grab me and stuff, and that doesn't go well. Don't grab me. But otherwise, let's have some fun. I do get a little weird about really big crowds, so chances are you're not going to see me in a giant crowd of people. If it gets shoulder to shoulder, I'm peacing out. I'm just, that's not my thing. I'm too big. I get too insecure. I get too cautious. But anyway, Jordan Peterson is speaking at this thing. Michael Saylor. I mean, the confirmed speakers for this event is crazy. Kathy Wood, Senator Cynthia Loomis, Eric Weinstein, of course, Anthony Pompliano. I mean, he's at everything. Pretty much, it seems anyway. I mean, but this is like an insane list of people that are coming to speak. I was never asked to speak or do anything. I went to them and said, "Hey, I'd like to come and attend," and they said, "Absolutely, we'll give you some passes." So, but I am going to be there. If you're wanting to register and you haven't already, just come to the website. It'll be linked up down below. Pick your pass, pick your poison. If you happen to be a big Bitcoin whale and you want to, you want to drop 14 grand on like a super VIP experience at this thing, by all means. There's a big concert that's going to be happening. I think it's only for whale pass holders. I think Steve Aoki is there. There's a bunch of people. I think there are like 6 big acts that are going to be performing on the last night of this, and it's specifically for whale pass holders. So Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good time, and I'm unfortunately not going to be at the big party because I'm not whale enough. No, we're leaving. We have other engagement. We have family coming. We have a lot of stuff going on, but I will be there for a few days, so I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I'll see you there, and that's it. So, looking at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin's currently trading at about 41,000, and you know, a lot of people have been asking me, dude, what do you see happening? I see things going down more. Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on with the Ukraine and Russia and the Great Reset and all of this stuff, right? And I'm not even here to speculate on all of that, but it's obvious. I know that the Ukraine just declared, cryptocurrency is legal tender or something along those lines, and I know that Russia has been working on adopting it and opening things up more. They want to get out of the, to be real honest, it's hard for me to believe that what's going on right now is what it appears to be, because there's just too much happening. There has been too much happening over the last year and a half, 2 years, even several years, in the crypto space as it relates to, the overall agenda as to what's going on. Some of it is about, trying to make the world a better place. I think to some extent, I think some of it is about control. And I think that, if you pay attention to the World Economic Forum, this whole 2030 agenda, but, you'll own nothing and be happy, it's scary to me to a lot of degree. And I think that right now what we're seeing is some pumps in the crypto space. But if you look, we peaked all the way out up here, right? And we peaked out around 65,000 or so. And we've made significant strides down, a little uptick, stride down, a little kind of a sideways uptick, another stride down. And then we come back up. So we dropped all the way down to like 36,000. We've come all the way back up to 42, came back down, and now we're inching our way up. But if you're paying attention, a lot of this stuff right now is based on what's happening in with the war, right? With the economy, so forth and so on. The devaluation of the dollar to some extent, which I think is going to be even a bigger deal. I mean, I'm currently trying to figure out what to do with dollars. I'm thinking about investing in a power station, like a charging station in Southwest Florida, because I would like to play a role in, and I know that there's a lot of tech, there's a lot of, is solar really worth it? Is solar really helping anyone? That sort of thing. I don't know, but I also know that, listen, when politicians are buying millions of dollars in stock options, for solar vehicles, they're passing laws after the fact to benefit people and companies in the solar or the electric car vehicle space. And then all of a sudden pipelines are getting cut and there's a war going on and gas prices are at record highs. Something tells me this isn't a phase. Something tells me that the new era of transportation is going to be electric, folks. And so I've been looking into that sector and trying to understand more about it. I don't own an electric vehicle because, quite frankly, when I wanted to buy one, I didn't want a Tesla. I wanted something else. I really wanted the EQS. And I was looking at like Lucid Air. I was looking at any other options, right? Because I'm just I'm already kind of like, okay, Tesla's cool, but I've seen so many videos about the quality, like they're uneven. I mean, there's a lot of weird things going with Tesla, even the really high end models. And I'm like, nah, I want something better than that. And when I was looking, you couldn't find them anywhere. And people want you to pre-order and pay a premium over sticker and then wait 3 to 6 months if you're lucky and yada yada. I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with all that. I just want to buy a goddamn car. And it wasn't possible. I'm hoping that as things open up and it becomes easier and easier to find alternatives to Tesla that match my personality, my style, then maybe I'll get one. I really do want one. But I also think that they're going to become a bigger and bigger thing over the next 5 years. And I'm looking at some of the potential ROI on charging stations, and it looks to be potentially profitable after about 5 years. So it could be the perfect time to start investing in that and start building one or two if possible. So I'm looking into that. And of course, I'll keep you abreast as to what I do. And, ideally, I would love to find a way to make an electric power station more profitable than just the electric, right? Because you're not going to make much off of that. Like gas stations, they're convenience stores, but I'm thinking more along the lines of maybe kind of an electric lounge. I would like to have an electric lounge. You come in, you're charging your car for an hour or two. You've got a place that you can sit, you can get coffee. I'm thinking, well, what if I were to blend like a power station with like a Big B coffee franchise, bring the two together, build kind of a place that, you can go hang out and like charge your car and not be bored to tears. We're watching Netflix while you're sitting in your car, right? I don't know. I'm going over ideas, but I know that no matter what, for better or worse, given whoever you are or what your goals are, the world is going green, okay? And the powers that be are making sure that, listen, you want to make money, you go green, because there's a lot of changes coming. And I think that a lot of it is going to be focused around, obviously, the economy, the currency reset, just a global reset on all levels, man. And whether the science really supports what a lot of the claims are, I don't know. But I know that's where we're going regardless. So that's what I'm thinking. And so I'm like, I've liquidated the majority of my assets in crypto, waiting for a bottom. I will be buying back in when I think that bottom is hit, but I don't think that bottom's coming for a while. And so if I'm looking at Bitcoin solely, I'm looking at a price. Right now, the 200 weekly moving average is at about 20 grand. Our current price is around 41,000. And what I think we're going to do is I think at some point these two are going to meet. And I think they're probably going to meet somewhere around 25, 26,000. That will be the bottom. And then we'll bounce from there. And then we'll start into a new bull market once we've hit this, which is going to be approximately the date of the next halving in 2024. And so that's what I see happening. And so people are asking me what I think is going to happen to Cardano. Well, I'm thinking somewhere around another 40% drop from here, if not more. And that's just what I see happening. It's similar to what I've seen play out in the past. At one point, I've said many times in the past, Cardano, you could get 400,000 Cardano for the price of one like $8,000 or $9,000 Bitcoin. It might have been a little higher than that, but I think it was somewhere around 8 or 9 grand. And I don't think it's going to be quite that big of a spread, but I do think that Cardano tends to drop lower and faster than Bitcoin's price does, but it also tends to grow significantly faster in a bull market. And so, yeah, it's likely if Bitcoin drops another 35 or, thereabouts percent from where it's at, Cardano's probably going to drop another 40 to 50%, maybe even more. And so you'll be able to ultimately accumulate more Cardano for the same Bitcoin in the future than you likely can right now. And then at some point, you'll be able to sell your Cardano back into Bitcoin if you want at a pretty significant Bitcoin profit. And then depending on what happens there, if we're going to have a blow off top in the next bull cycle, I don't know. I know open interest in the market has been changing a lot, and it's reducing a lot of the volatility we've all grown to know and love and kind of count on and expect. And I don't know if that's ever coming back. I really don't, but we'll see. And if it does come back, it's very likely that it's going to come back into Bitcoin first, because as the world continues to change its currency systems and, we get out of the SWIFT into, blockchain based trackability, traceability, decentralized, whatever, centralized, whatever. There's so many things that's changing. I'm actually working on a guidebook right now where I'm going to be going over a lot of these things. And my goal is that everybody that gets this guidebook, whether in print or PDF, is able to make themselves, I want to see them completely be able to change their lives just from the information in the guidebook and the information it's linking to and kind of guiding to. So we'll see. Now, I'm going to cover some projects. There's some paid segments that I want to get through. Nervos being the first one. Disclaimers and everything's down below if you so care. I know some of you do. You love to check it out and see what's Crow making on a paid segment. But this is Nervos. Now, if you remember, I did a review not even really a view. I don't really do reviews so much anymore. I'll do segments and features and kind of educate people like, hey, this exists. And some of them I really like, some of them I'm not too keen on. But I really kind of happen to like Nervos. And so, I was very positive in the segment. I'm like, this looks really, really interesting. Token price aside right now, this looks like a really interesting project. And then they came back and said, we'd like to do something long-term if you're willing to do like a monthly video segment, and we'll, so yeah, they did. I mean, I basically worked out a 4-month deal with them where they want me to cover their latest happenings, which to me is also a big deal, because companies that want to, because it's very rare that companies want to do a long-term kind of relationship with someone. They like these one-offs where they get a pump and they can dump assets on, and it's like I like a long-term deal with companies that I actually like. And it shows to me these guys aren't planning on going anywhere. I mean, at least for 4 months, because they want me to cover what they're doing. So I like that. So anyway, this is one of the latest updates. This is March 15th. Nervos and XP, not XRP, but XP.network partner to expand multi-chain NFT offerings. This is actually some pretty cool stuff. The NFT space is arguably one of the fastest growing sectors of the blockchain ecosystem. And with this, we are excited to announce our latest partnership. Nervos Network and XP Network will be partnering to integrate an NFT bridge between the two platforms. The bridge will allow Nervos to add an even greater variety of NFTs to the platform through XP Network, giving access to other chains. Nervos' multi-chain approach to growing out the ecosystem is perfectly suited to integrating this bridge and will fit in well with our desire to expand NFT offerings on Nervos. That's actually pretty interesting stuff. Now, if we're looking at the price of Nervos has been taking a dump, but so is everything else. It's nothing new. It's down 6% recently. It's currently trading at a penny. Okay. The volume is still at 7.7 million a day. So you've got a cryptocurrency that's trading at a little over a penny, like a fraction over a penny, and there's still over $7.7 million a day in trading volume. That's kind of crazy, folks. $388 million market cap. Fully diluted market cap, 388 million. But if you look, this is okay. So this is 1 day. Let's look at it from a month. I mean, look at that. It's pretty volatile for the most part. I mean, it's always kind of bouncing around a penny, which is interesting. It's like, wow, that's crazy. So down here, it's literally basically a penny. And then when it was green, let's go a year. So here we are. This was back on 11. This was close to my birthday, and 11/26. It was trading at 3 cents, and it's dropped down since then. Back here, 3/28/2021, it was at 4 cents. So this is legitimately a penny crypto for the most part. Now, let's say year to date. All right. So 1/1/2022. Okay. So it's been steadily moving down, but it's not, I mean, it's all basically fractions of a penny. Okay. So when I see stuff like Nervos trading at a penny, or I see stuff like Shiba Inu or any of these meme tokens that really don't have much use case other than like pump, dump, and marketing, this is where I'm like, okay, do I want to buy Shiba Inu for a fraction of a penny, or do I want to buy something at a penny that, as its use case and milestones continue to get reached and they continue to grow and expand and make partnerships and things like that, the likelihood of these milestones in their development increasing the value of the currency. So at some point in the future, I may do a single video where I dive deeper into Nervos and like we explore a bit about what they've accomplished in detail, what exactly they're trying to accomplish, and ultimately whether I think they're going to make headway in terms of, price action, how the use case of the cryptocurrency may affect the price. I like the idea that it's trading at a penny personally. You can get 100 of them for $1. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to sell you on this. I'm just saying that when I'm looking at a project and I see everything that they still have to go, I'm definitely interested in seeing what's possible. So, you know, check this out. If you're not familiar, if you haven't yet, there's a lot to go over. There's a lot to look into: the roadmap, ecosystem, the team, the white papers, all that. And, you know, this is the first video back where I've been talking about them since my kind of mini vacation. So expect me to be diving deeper into Nervos in the future, but check it out, man. I mean, it's pretty cool looking at the market. You can get it on a lot of different exchanges, which is actually pretty cool. Binance, of course, BitThumb, KuCoin. You know, when in doubt, check KuCoin is kind of what I've always thought to myself. Bittrex, I used to love Bittrex for bot trading. I don't really use them for anything anymore. But yeah, I mean, you can find it pretty easily if you're interested. You know, I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you to sell it. I'm not telling you anything other than I kind of like it at a penny. And, you know, will it go down further from here? I don't know. That's kind of the funny thing about it, is while it's going down fractions of a penny at a time. It's not dumping like it was at $2 and now it's at 10 cents. It's pennies. So it could be fun. That's all I'll say for right now. But check out Nervos, go to their website, check out their blog, you know, maybe go back and see kind of what's been happening. You know, understanding Nervos 2022 roadmap. That's something I'm personally probably going to look into, and I'll share at some point. Why Nervos? I mean, get an understanding as to what the blockchain is, and then decide for yourself if you think it's worth a penny and what might happen with Nervos over the next 3 or 4 years. Something to consider. Next, this is called Lucrosus Capital. Okay, and this is a paid segment as well, but I'm going to tell you straight up. Well, I'm going to play this video, and then I'm going to dive into it a little bit. This is Lucrosus Capital.
Researching new cryptocurrency projects and keeping up with the markets is a real time consumer. Imagine you had your own team of experienced crypto market experts, not only to do it for you, also hyping and supporting your investments. All that with the privileges of being a fund, such as early entrants and more favorable prices than an individual investor. Here comes Lucrosus Capital, the first decentralized venture capital focused on fostering development of the most thriving blockchain ideas. With our help, project developers may obtain required resources which are essential for growth of projects. Our commitment is rewarding not only for them, but also for our investors. Responsible for this is our token, Luca. This token allows its holders to participate in all investments made by the funds thanks to our shared allocation program. In Lucrosus Capital, we also make use of achieved profits and buy back Luca tokens from the market to reduce circulating supply. Additionally, Luca owners can benefit from other token utilities, including staking, deciding about timing of buybacks, enjoying Lucrosus Capital's research, or participating in direct meetings with developers of cooperating projects. Become the partner of Lucrosus Capital, and let's revolutionize the future of investing together.
Okay, so I'm going to put this out there right up front. Now, those of you guys that have been watching me for a while, you know that even if I do a paid segment, they're not paying me to do some glowing review segment. And if I see something that I feel is super risky, I'm going to tell you. And that's just the luck of the draw when you're working with me as a YouTuber. This is something that I feel is super risky. Okay. Could it be lucrative? Possibly. But this goes beyond. Okay. So there's two ways of looking at something like this. Ultimately, what they're presumably saying, and the project overall, which the website looks nice. I mean, everything about it looks nice, very well structured, very interesting, a lot of information, all that. But something about this rubs me oddly. Okay, and so I got into crypto in 2017, right? And I invested in a lot of different projects that I thought were going to take the world by storm. Projects that I thought had great teams, they had great tokenomics, they had great everything. The majority of them amounted to jack shit. Okay, they did. They amounted to jack shit, to the point where I'm getting out of these projects and ultimately putting everything into Cardano over time as Cardano continued to rise up. And Cardano was one of the few projects that really did perform pretty well. Celsius Network performed pretty well. Utrust performed pretty well, but the majority of everything else I was into didn't. It just didn't do much of anything. And we saw that, a lot of new tokens, a lot of new projects were being implemented, being launched, being promoted, being hyped. And when I see a project like Lucrosus Capital, I think this could end up being wildly successful or a horrific failure, because ultimately what you're doing is you're buying these tokens and you're giving a group the resources to invest in other fledgling projects, potentially help in development, help in marketing. And so it's like, okay, you take resources, you take funding, you put them into this incubator, right? Ultimately, it's almost like a venture capital incubator, but rather than it be a small group of venture capitalists, it's almost like saying, hey, we are going to be the venture capitalists, you're going to be our financiers. We're going to invest and incubate projects, hype them, market them, build attention for them, and then when those profit, we all generate profit. We all do well, right? And then they want to take some of their profit and put it back into buying back those tokens, and ultimately, hopefully, they buy back the majority of their own tokens, which increases the value of the tokens that are still out there circulating from their sales. And they've basically been able to build a venture capital firm through public funding. And I'm not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. And I don't know anything about the team so much, but just the model itself to me is very make it or break it, in my opinion. And for those of you guys out there, the guys and gals that hold this token, I'm not saying that this is a bad project. I'm not saying it's a bad team. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that to me, this is the kind of project that I would get into only if I was absolutely willing to lose whatever I invested. I would invest and hope for the best but never expect much out of it. I mean, and that is honestly my opinion, because it's so risky investing into projects in the crypto space, especially early projects, and especially now in a bear market when everything is continuing to come down. Now, if I'm able to go into this and I buy one Luca at 3 cents and I'm accumulating that, this is so tough, man. This is really tough because right now, total raised amount, 625 grand. You're not going to do much with that. You need significantly more capital, in my opinion, to make any real headway in really incubating any significant crypto projects. And the thing of it is too, is I don't know entirely what kind of projects it's looking to invest into, and primarily for me, if I were launching something like this, like when I was doing a lot of investing, I would try to get competitors. So I'd say, okay, what's an industry, what's a vertical that I think is going to do really well, or be wildly disrupted by cryptocurrency companies, and I would try to get one that I thought was going to do really well, one that might be an outlier in case something happens, right? So like, there was Celsius Network, and then there was a competitor that I ADAdao, I think, maybe, I don't remember what it was. One did really, really well. The other didn't, right? Didn't do anything. There was, Utrust was about the only one of its kind, I think, at the time, and it's done exceedingly well, and it still continues to thrive, and the team grows, and they're a great company, in my opinion. But there were just a lot of projects that didn't do well. You have Neo, right? I mean, what's Neo doing? Neo was like the big thing for a while. What happened to Neo? Nothing has happened. OMG. I mean, there's so many, and none of them really amounted to anything. And the overall venture capitalist kind of modus operandi or whatever is, generally you might invest in 35 different projects, knowing that the majority of them are going to fail and be absolutely worthless. They're not going to be worth anything, right? They're not going to achieve their goals. They're not going to survive. This guy's going to get, in a car accident. He's not going to be able to work anymore. This company's going to fall because of fraud. This company's going to just they're not going to get a patent on their product. I mean, it could be anything, right? And so if you're investing in 35 different projects, you're expecting 30 to fail and 5 to do so well that the profit from those 5 outweigh any losses from the previous 30 or the other 30 that didn't do anything. And then that's where you find your profit long term, and you're able to get out of those positions and exit those positions at new highs in the future, so forth and so on. And then you rinse and repeat that same kind of model over and over again while trying to control the development cycles or whatever these projects are trying to do to make sure that they have the best chance for being as successful as they can be, right? For your own. And that's ultimately what this company looks to be trying to accomplish. Will they do that? I don't know. I look at this as something that it could be interesting. It could be exciting. An affiliate program on something like this kind of sounds odd. Earn 30% in Luca token. There are just things about this that I'm personally like, I'm going to wait and see what else they come up with. I want to see and see what happens. TBA APY over 30 days. This hasn't been calculated yet. Create a new stake. This for whatever reason is not getting me super excited. It's a paid segment. It is what it is. They're on the channel. I'm not saying this can't do well. I'm saying make sure you know every single thing you can possibly know about this project or any like it before you decide to throw anything to it. Because if you dive in deep and you really like everything, and you see videos about team members, they're talking, they're doing interviews, you like their vibe, you like their experience, you like everything about it, then go for it. That's not financial advice at all. But make sure you're very comfortable and you understand the risks before you get into something like this, because it's very, very, very tricky in the crypto space, especially if you don't have significant assets to really support your efforts. And 625 grand worth of and that's over 6,808 supporters. I mean, that's just not a lot. It's just not a lot. So I don't know. Maybe they'll continue to grow as more YouTubers are talking about it, doing paid segments, talking about the project, and maybe sentiment grows, their raised amount grows. But I this is something that I think could be interesting, could be cool. I'm not in on this right now. I'm willing to wait and see what happens. They've apparently been audited by Hacken, which is actually a pretty good deal. That is cool. I definitely like to see that. The legal side, I would definitely read as much about the legal as you can, because something like this, depending on how it's structured, could pose a significant issue with US based investors. I don't know. It depends on how it's structured. Apparently it depends on there's so much legal stuff associated with things like this. I still don't understand it. That's why you leave it to the lawyers to figure out. But yeah, just be very cautious. Okay. This is some information. I'm going to go through this real quick. Who are we? What is Lucrosus Capital? Lucrosus Capital is the world's first gamified D-venture capital. I actually like that. That's kind of cute. Decentralized venture capital that provides investment opportunities to each individual investor on an institutional basis. Lucrosus Capital's goal is to redefine the concept of investing by implementing all of the beneficial blockchain features to venture capital. Our commitment is to revolutionize the world by fostering the development of the most thriving blockchain projects. We are strongly convinced that blockchain technology will be the next worldwide revolution. Therefore, we aim to set our sights on the cryptocurrency market. Sharing venture fund initiatives with a greater audience will be more profitable, and it will have a tremendously positive effect. Just this line right there makes me pause. Sharing venture fund initiatives with a greater audience will be more profitable. You can't make claims like that. You can't make claims like it will be profitable, it will be more profitable. You just can't do that. It's stuff like this. And that's another thing, man, is when people are saying things, maybe it was in a different language initially, it was translated, maybe it translated to be that way, but that doesn't work with a project like this. And I'm assuming that ultimately, I'm hoping that this segment maybe even helps them better understand on like some of the issues that they may be running into, and that makes it all worth it for them. I don't ever want to see anybody fail, and especially if a project turns out to be very much legitimate, but maybe they just, I've learned a lot over the years, man, in crypto, and things change very quickly, and it's difficult to try and keep up with things and make sure that everything is on the up and up and it's legitimate. But yeah, just lines like that where you're basically almost kind of promising like a profitability on a project that is so volatile and so insane that it's impossible to do, right? So be that as it may, check it out, read up on it. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Like what do you know that maybe I don't in my feature dive, right? Like what's your experience been? What do you think? Okay. Now, this is ADAdao. This is the world's first interest-free stablecoin protocol built on Cardano, a DeFi protocol on Cardano blockchain, which facilitates creation of fully collateralized stablecoins leveraging native Cardano assets. That's pretty interesting. Let's take a quick look at recent updates. Weekly update. Oh, I love projects that do weekly updates. That is so smooth. Very, very nice. I like that. Read more. Let's check it out. Weekly technical update. Borrowing contract. Added update depth endpoint and success case test for it. So this is a very in-depth technical update. That's cool. Stability pool service. Finished detailed tests for stability pool withdrawal endpoint and fixed validators for it. Improved validators for stability pool deposit endpoint. Basically a lot of boring stuff. But if you're a tech head and you really love to read that stuff, there you go. It's all there. Very interesting. Let's play this video real quick and see what they have to say.
What is ADAdao? ADAdao is world's first interest-free stablecoin protocol built on Cardano. It's a DeFi protocol on Cardano blockchain, which facilitates creation of fully collateralized stablecoins leveraging native Cardano assets. ADAdao ecosystem has two tokens. One, ADAO, which is the governance token of ADAdao protocol. Two, AUSD, which is the stable coin pegged 1-to-1 to USD, which can be borrowed by collateralizing Cardano native assets like ADA. How ADAdao works. Users can create the vault. Users can then collateralize the vault with ADA or other supported TNT assets. Generate AUSD from collateralized vault. Pay the one-time borrowing fee in ADAO tokens. Withdraw AUSD. You can later on return AUSD to the vault and take back your collateralized asset without any fee or interests. Why should you choose ADAdao? Crypto market is highly volatile, and there are various aspects we need to take care of before borrowing stablecoins from a protocol. Let's take a situation. You borrowed stablecoins from some common protocol and gave away some blue chip crypto as collateral. Now they are charging you interest on the stablecoin borrowed, which is pushing your liquidation point higher. When the market goes down, your collateral value falls and risk of liquidation increases at increased liquidation point. due to the interest levied on the borrowed amount is also a contributing factor for your liquidation. This means you are getting crushed from two sides when you are using the current protocols present in crypto industry, which is not a great option considering the volatile and uncertain conditions of crypto market. ADAdao solves this issue with 0% interest rate. You don't need to worry about your liquidation point getting higher. The only factor that will decide your liquidation is the value of your collateral. ADAdao is a revolution when it comes to borrowing stablecoin with 0% interest rate.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. I haven't seen that before. ADAdao is a DeFi protocol on Cardano, which facilitates creation of fully collateralized stable coins leveraging native Cardano assets. Something like this could actually be pretty big in furthering the overall financial ecosystem on the Cardano blockchain. I mean, that's to say the least. Decentralized protocol, interest-free, first stablecoin project based on interest-free borrowing. Built on Cardano, bringing volatility-free, mobile, and accessible stablecoin on Cardano, verifiably asset-backed. I guess, man, I don't know. And this is still kind of a new thing. I think that's in development. Create and collateralize a vault, generate AUSD from the collateralized vault, pay down the debt and the stability fee, withdraw collateral. Interesting. Yeah, this is definitely something I think is worth keeping an eye on. Launchpad partners, ADApad, Cardance, Kick, Solster, ADAX. Okay, development partners, Block Tech. I want to see some audits on this for sure. Media mentions, our team. So you can go through, these are just paid segments, so I don't really go deep diving into the team or anything right now. Maybe someday in the future. Maybe check out their Telegram and their Twitter and see what else they have to offer. GitHub, so that's cool. Oh, wait, I want to see their pitch deck. I want to take a look at this. 17 pages. AUSD is the stablecoin generated using this protocol. I mean, part of this is like, what is AUSD? What's the overall use case going to be? I mean, what liquidity for a stable token is obviously a significant deal. So you need to be able to trade in and out of the AUSD that this protocol provides. So that's going to be a big deal. So exchange partners is going to be a big deal. Stablecoin, soft pegged cryptocurrency, decentralized, unbiased, collateral backed, which can be stored in wallets or used on platforms. Non-custodial and permissionless protocol, and all generated stablecoins are backed on chain by an excess collateral. Wow. So I guess I'm trying to figure out like what the overall point is though. Like if there's 0% interest loans, I guess the specifics of the model are going to be really relevant. Because overall, what's the point in locking it up for a stable token loan you're paying 0 interest on just to pay that back? Like, what overall is the benefit to ADAdao? The ADAdao token is the utility and governance token of the ecosystem, which rewards holders with profits from ADAdao and allows those who hold it to vote on changes to the project's parameters. Value position. It's a DeFi protocol on Cardano. I get all that. Acquired or received, it can be sent to others, used to pay for goods and services to buy more ADA for creating a leveraged position. Similar DeFi protocols exist on Ethereum blockchain like MakerDAO, DAI, which is a similar stablecoin of Ethereum, is also one of the top 20 cryptocurrencies ever, and MakerDAO's governance token, MKR, has a current market cap of above 2 billion. Okay. Wow, Kava's really grown. They've done really well since I first featured them. Brown price. So these are the tokenomics. I mean, there's a lot of information here. Check this out. I mean, guys, this is just a paid segment, so I can't spend 2 hours on this or anything. But I like to see that it's built on Cardano. I like to see that there's a lot of stuff happening. there's still not a huge ton of information. You know, I'll check out the actual white paper, and you know, let me take a quick gander. Okay, so the white paper is really just like a FAQ. Yeah, I mean, dive into it. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this yet. I mean, it sounds really interesting, to be honest, but I don't know what else to make of it other than that. I mean, the stable token itself has to have high liquidity for it to be valuable enough or usable enough to merit my putting up a significant amount of collateral for a 0% interest loan. Like, what's the point? So we'll have to see how that transpires. Now, this is cool. Now something fun. This is still a paid segment, but this is a cool looking game. This is called Big Time. Big Time is a multiplayer action RPG where you team up with friends to adventure across time and space. They finally they've added these to a quantum fixer, heal your friends, bring misery to your foes. A shadow blade, stealth, speed, a cunning death dealer. I generally play stuff like that, shadow blades or wizards. I love shadow blades or like assassin type archetypes or wizards. A chronomancer, magic, precision, range, destruction. You know what game I've been absolutely addicted to lately is Elden Ring. I mean, I have like a level 130 sorcerer, like a mage user, and now I'm working on a faith build. And, you know, I'm kind of going back and forth between the two because the play style is pretty different because the spells and incantations and all that, they play differently. I definitely feel like the mage is easy mode for this game because I whizzed right through so much. And you know, building up this faith build is much more difficult. Like Godric, I mean, I picked off Godric with my sorcerer pretty easily. I've really been struggling with anything I have to kill that's big with my but I've only got one. I've got like a fireball sling, that's about it. I don't have anything yet with him, and he's like level 35 or something already. But anyway, Big Time looks pretty cool. Now there's some stuff I want to go over. If you go over to OpenSea, Big Time founders, 2.6 thousand owners of these different access packs and so forth. Judgment Day, there's some art. Big Time founders, let's see here. Yeah, access pass entitles the bearer one first class passage to the following timeshare. This is actually really cool. I like everything I've been seeing with this. I kind of want to get into it. Obviously, though, this is going to be a PC-based game, and I don't really do a lot of PC gaming anymore. I've been focusing a lot more on console. Now, let's take a look at some of the overviews. This is a creator deck, obviously. Number one, present gameplay footage to your user base. And the overall overview of goals and video promoting exalted space sail. This is all stuff for content creators and things, which a lot of projects don't even give you guidance like this. So I like that they did this, but I figure I like to share, you know, as much as possible. A hybrid between Web 2 and Web 3. Decentraland co-founder Ari Malik. Game developers from AAA game studios, Fortnite, League of Legends, Call of Duty, and Overwatch. I'm like, oh Jesus, man. I mean, that's one of the beauties of stuff like this, is a game like Big Tech with this kind of team and this kind of experience, they're going to bust out some really cool stuff. And when you start getting into the competitive gameplay aspect of this, these NFTs and any NFT associated with this are probably going to do pretty well. So yeah, gameplay footage, key things to point out: free to play game, player ownership of assets, high quality graphics, endless world to explore, craft or upgrade to items of higher value. Big Time, economic insight, generation 2 blockchain gaming, discuss how that works, fun, free to play, never pay to win. Cosmetic NFTs, utility NFTs. Utility NFTs make up the other side of the player economy. Holders of space have the exclusive ability to craft the equipment to collect the in-game token. Users with access to space have the exclusive ability to craft the cosmetic NFTs regular players purchase. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. Okay, so I obviously this is the first time I've read this. Do you realize how big a deal that is? Wow. Because think about it. How much money has Fortnite generated? How much of that money is generated from customizable assets, just making your character look cool? Now, if you were the one who was able to generate a cryptocurrency based off of the sales and the creation of those particular items in a game, how well do you think you would have done? Big Time is focused on making a fun to play game that requires no blockchain knowledge or crypto to get into. They are building a two-sided player-operated economy with regular players. Oh my God. Acquiring cosmetic weapon and armor NFTs supplied by space holders. This is a truly scalable game model centered around fun. Oh shit. There are only 600,000 spaces. Spaces have different types of size and rarity. There are sockets for each type of space. Timekeeper requires 2 sockets and help hunt for the big game token. Forges require 3 sockets and level up NFTs to a higher rarity. I might actually get into this. Not even as a player, but just like, you know how like in EverQuest back in the day, for those of you young enough, I mean, there were players, all they did was just craft. That's all they did. They craft armor, they craft weapons, they craft all the stuff, and they sell it to the people out there adventuring. And you know, like I always say, man, it's not necessarily the people, you know, mining the gold. It's the people selling them the tools. And yeah, this looks super freaking cool, people. Big Time Studios is going to give 5 random users who register on the Big Time Marketplace from my video a Ruby Pass. All you have to do is make sure you sign up for a Big Time account. Okay, and I already posted this on Twitter. So I have a link. If you click it on my Twitter, I'm going to post it in the description below in this video. So yeah, fill that out, man. And if you win, you got to let me know in the chat, in the comments. You've got to let me know if you win, because that'll be a big freaking deal to whoever gets their hands on that. Wow. Full description. Okay. This is all stuff I guess they want me to put in the video. So I'll just leave that open so I can check it later. Wow, I might actually, Jade VIP access pass. I want to know how to get Space NFT sale announcement December 21st, 2021. Holy cow, I missed the boat. Tell me I didn't miss the boat on some of this. Hold on, let me check. Because there doesn't seem to be buy now auction. Big Time Founders. I don't even know, man. I'm gonna have to dive deeper into this because I want to. I mean, they're all VIP access passes. Jade, silver, gold. I mean, cool, but yeah, I'm gonna have to. I might cover this again in the future with or without their support. I really think this is cool. Character spotlight, Merlin. I'm actually kind of pumped about this. I don't know what else to say though. I mean, there's so much to it, and yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Does this look pretty cool? So this dude, good looking fella, man, lead concept artist. Where's the photo there? Now hiring the best of the best, open positions. I mean, heck, man, go get a job. Big Time Studios has recruited an all-star team of industry veterans from the likes of Epic Games, Blizzard, EA, and Riot. Individually, we've contributed to some of the best loved franchises in the gaming industry. Man, oh man, oh man. Exalted Space Sale, March 24th. So this is in 4 days. Oh shit. Oh wow. Holy cow, that's some money right there. Exalted Large Space starting at 18,350. A small space for $4,000. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted. I'm super tempted. Exalted Medium Space, $7,000. I wonder if it space or expansions to your personal time machine that come in different sizes and rarities. They can be decorated and provide access to unique features such as the timekeepers and forges that are key to enabling token loot dropping, crafting exclusive NFTs, and upgrading cosmetic NFTs. You can also connect multiple space together to customize the layout of your time machine. All space is useful, and most time machines will likely have a mix of sizes. Wow. What sets these prices? $200,000? Like, what is that? I'm still kind of confused. Like, what dictate? Mythic large space, mythic medium. Why are the mythics cheaper than exalted? Man, okay. I mean, listen, I am super into this. I'm into the idea that this team is like, but I want some video. Give me some video content. Stop hitting me with this stupid thing. Collectible items. I don't know, man. Join the daggone thing. Join this newsletter, I guess. I'm super interested in this. The graphics do look a lot like, I mean, it does remind me a lot of like Fortnite, Overwatch, so forth. So, I mean, here's the thing. All this stuff sounds amazing. I know I've been rambling for a while. All this stuff sounds amazing, but it only matters if the gameplay's on point. And like that is to be determined, because I haven't seen anything yet. I like these base classes. How expandable and customizable are they? Is it based on weapons? Like maybe you're an assassin class, but maybe you can use a hammer and it changes some of your skill sets. Like, how does that work? Sword and board, two-handed great sword, dual blades. I always love being a dual wielder in games if I'm melee based. Sword and board just isn't really my thing. Quantum staff. I don't know. Folks, what do you think of this? Let me know in the comments below. I'm actually pretty into it. Maybe I'll meet these guys. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be at the Bitcoin convention on April 6th to the 9th or not, but I'm going to be. So if you want to hang out, you want to meet me, you want to have a drink with my wife and I, we're going to be out there just hanging out, meeting everybody, saying hi, checking out all the new projects. I'm actually looking forward to hitting the industry day. Because I think this is going to be cool. I like walking around, checking out all the new projects. And you know, I end up leaving with like a gajillion business cards from every project under the sun. And then I come back and I check them out. You know what I mean? I look through them and I try to figure out like, okay, which projects were legit, or which ones did, you know, wow, that looks cool, man. I'm really looking forward to Bitcoin 2022. Hopefully you guys are. Let me know in the comments if you plan on attending, because I'd like to see you there. And let's take some pictures and let's build up each other's Instagram accounts, because Lord knows I don't do enough on there. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to kind of cover what I think is going on in the market a little bit, cover some of the paid segments, disclosures down below, like always. And yeah, that's what I see happening. So I'll see you again real soon. Crow your coins, and I'll see you at the Bitcoin convention in Miami on April 6th.